Hey, hope you guys are doing well. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time it might be that you're watching this. I was just sitting here thinking about something that we don't often talk enough about, I think, in our business, and that is the idea of recruiting and building. Why would I train somebody else in the business? Why wouldn't I just want to, go do things on my own? And why is that such an important piece of what we do here? And there's lots of reasons. We talk for an hour. We're not going to do that today. It's just too much time. But maybe I'll say some things that might get your wheels spinning from a business perspective, from an impact perspective, that might change your mind on a little bit, might get you a little more fired up about it. Let's put it that way. So the first thing I will say is this. One of my mentors in the business, and this is first on the list, he said to me one time, recruiting and building will solve every problem that you have in your business. And I'll demonstrate that here as we go through the list. It solves a bunch of things. It solves problems that you don't even know you're going to have yet, especially when you're just starting out. So if you build a big team, you got a few people, in the process with you. You're building out your agency, whatever you want to look at that or frame that in your mind. It will solve problems that you haven't even encountered yet, and hopefully not encounter as a result. So that's number one. Solves most every problem that you'll have in your business. Number two, time. Eventually, you will run out of hours in the day. You will run out of energy. You will run out of hours. You only got two hands. You got one phone. You got one computer. You can only do so much. And if you take two people, for example, and get them doing the same thing, you can actually do more than twice as much as one person can. Kind of, if you think of it this way, if you're pushing on a big heavy object and it's just you, and you can kind of move it on your own. If you bring in a second person that's your same size, same strength, same everything, and start to add more weight to it, you'll probably add more than 2 times the amount of weight that you were pushing on your own with the two of you pushing on it. Same thing in business. If there's two of you, you double the amount of time in the day, you double the efficiency of the day, you double the amount of contacts. You get the idea. It begins to do a little bit more than double. I would challenge you on that one. Third thing, number 3 on the list, is market. I don't care how you do it. You may start in your warm market, which is what we always recommend. Eventually, you are going to run out of people to talk to. You may buy leads. Well, if you buy leads and you say, I'll never run out of people, well, then you have a time problem. So the two go hand in hand. So when you bring new agents on board and you really build them, you spend time with them, you train them the right way, you get them out in the field, now you're opening up new marketplaces. And what I mean by marketplace is a new group of people to talk to, a new company that you can help, somebody else that might be interested in being an agent, and it just begins to grow organically that way. So it fixes a market problem. Number 4 on the list, strengths and weaknesses. I have some really good strengths. I have some really big weaknesses. Just use an example. If I'm not so good on the phone, but I'm good face to face with people, I need to hire a quote unquote phone jockey, right? I need to go acquire an agent, recruit them, train them, give them our words, and turn them loose on the phones. And they're good at making the phone call. I'm good at face to face, or maybe it's the opposite. Maybe I'm really good on the phone and I'm not so good face to face. Maybe I get nervous when I look at people. I don't know. But you get the idea. And then, you can go way down deep beyond that in terms of even administrative things that have to be done for any business. I know a little bit about accounting. I know how to use Excel. I know this much about QuickBooks. But really, better off to hire a QuickBooks Pro to do things if you've got a business that requires that, rather than you as the business owner spending a bunch of time on that. So it's a strength and weakness balance. That's why you bring new people on. And of course, in our business, number 5, which is probably one of the most important reasons, is what kind of impact do you really want to have on the community, on your city, maybe even multiple generations. Well, I'm here to tell you, it's a absolute lightning strike if there's ever just any one person. In fact, I would challenge you to go research in history and name the name of a person, just one person, all by themselves, no help, nobody else involved, did anything that had lasting impact on the world. Just one person. You're going to be hard pressed to find that. So if you want to make a big impact and you want to change the lives of people, and you might want to do that for multiple generations, help people leave legacies, you got to have help. It's just, there's no championship team, there's no nothing. Yeah, and you could even go to the extreme and say, I just glanced at the picture of Tiger Woods. This popped into my head. You can say, well, Tiger Woods, he's one of the greatest golfers of all time, and it's just him. Well, that's not exactly true. You think about it, he's probably got a nutritionist. I know he's got somebody that helps him with his exercise routine. He definitely has a group of doctors that have helped him when he's unhealthy, get healthy, and stay healthy. He's got a coach, he's got a caddy, and on and on and on. It's not just him, right? So if you want to have a big impact, you better have a big group of people out screaming loud and clear about your crusade and how you're making a difference with people. So that's number 7. Number 6 is longevity. How long are you going to be around? How long you may be excited right now about sitting across kitchen tables and really taking a deep dive into people's lives and helping them financially. And you, by the way, you might enjoy that forever, but you may not enjoy it at the pace that you're doing it in the beginning. So for that reason, if you ever want to retire or have a lifestyle, this is a lifestyle business, you got to have a team. You got to pass the torch. Somebody's got to carry that. Somebody's got to keep it going. And that revenue, we're lucky that we're in a business where you got to stay compliant. You have to keep your licenses current, but that revenue flows back to you as a result of the effort that you put in. And then the 7th thing on the list is just flat stability. You're going to have good days. You're going to have bad days. You're going to have times when you're in great health. You're going to have a couple of times when you don't feel so good and you don't feel like getting out and doing it. You're going to want to take some time off from time to time to be with family, graduations, babies born, weddings, funerals, all those other things. Or maybe you just want to take some time off, period. And for that reason, if you have a big agency that's operating efficiently with new faces, with new people that are excited about going out and screaming about our crusade to people, then you've got something that's stable, and that affords you the time and opportunity to go do some other things in life. And one other thing that goes along with that, you build some stability into your organization. You're the vision maker. You're the rainmaker when it comes to stretching people's minds, getting them to think bigger, getting them to do a little bit more. And I'm here to tell you, I've been in both phases of this. That is a very challenging thing to do if you are the biggest cog in the wheel. And what I mean by that is if you're the answer person, you're the administrative person, you're the following up with the product providers, you got your hands in every single thing that's going on day to day in your business. And it's a very, very challenging spot to be in. And then turn around and find some time to just, dream a little bit, get to know your team, get to know people, sell them a little bit bigger dream, get them to do a little bit more than what they think they can. Come up with great recognition ideas, awards ideas, trip ideas, whatever it is. If you've got some stability eventually in your business, then you can also be the person that provides some vision. And a lot of people can see, but they lack vision. And so that's your job as a leader, is to provide that. So hopefully that helps you guys kind of wrap your head a little bit more about why to go out and recruit a little bit more, build a bigger agency, and we'll do a couple of videos with some of the words to help you with that coming up soon.